The sensuality is one of the first things. The voice is the first thing that's usually suppressed in a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's either taught she's too loud or be quiet or her voice does not matter or this and that, right? So number one, the very first thing in a woman is suppressed is usually her voice. Number two, the second thing that's usually suppressed in a woman is her sensuality.
Mm.
Taught as a teenager when she start gaining breasts and boobs and curves. Oh, slow down. You're doing too much. You're smelling yourself. You think you're cute. If there is not a supportive family around or even like the weight, oh, you're gaining weight. Like I know a lot of people, grandmas love mentioning weight. And I don't know
Yeah.
if it's like a generational thing, but the
Uh,
grandmas be out of pocket. Oh, you're gaining weight. Are you losing weight? Are you eating? You gaining too much weight. You need to stop eating. Like at an early age, the connection
yes.
with the body
Oh my
is
God.
suppressed and really misunderstood. So women grow into these, the teens grow into women who don't understand the connection with the body. And
Right.
because of that, we move through life with not having orgasms during sex. Let's just be real.
No, for real.
Okay, and not having the ability and the endurance to cultivate creative projects and sustain our creativity throughout the project,
Mm-hmm.
falling out of love with what we do and not knowing why, because that sensuality and that sacral is not stimulated because
Yes.
there's no relationship with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, so yes, that's the jam. I'm really excited. And so we're gonna get into some goddess seat coaching. This is recorded. This is recorded. All right, let's get into it in three, two, one. Bliss, love, and lavender, my beautiful divine tribe. This is Goddess Seek Coaching. I'm your host, Nubia Kamisha Sade, and this is our beautiful G, the beauty genius, in the building. Hello,
Hello.
hello. And so today we're going to be talking about the beauty of being a beautician and how to actually manage the emotional demands, the physical demands, and the expansion and growth of yourself in the beauty industry while maintaining a healthy nervous system, high vibration, not feeling burnt out, and not dreading to go to work. Actually loving that you are in the industry that was cultivated and made by you, a woman. Hello. So we're going to get into that today. And so, G, tell me, what do you feel is your biggest challenge? And it could be emotionally, physically, whatever. Your biggest challenge inside of the beauty industry when knowing that, okay, I want to serve my women. Like you said, you feel the most happy when you are face to face and helping women hands on, increase their beauty, increase their self-esteem and their confidence. What is your biggest challenge with either delivering that or scaling that, or like what are your some of your thoughts?
This is a really good question. So, the experience itself, it feels really good as far as, beautifying them and helping them um, feel better, because we have these therapeutic conversations as well during the service. And sometimes even if we don't have the conversation, they fall asleep, because they're feeling very comfortable. They're feeling very like cared for, right? So that part, my whole experience, nothing, I won't change anything about that. As far as, I guess you could say, scaling my business, it comes down to like, okay, I'm gonna put this investment in, right? But am I gonna see return on investment? And how do I ensure that I do see the return on this investment, right? And I was having a conversation with one of my friends. She's a salon owner, and she was like, you kind of just have to be not afraid to fail, because you are going to fail a lot of times. But, that's basically the way to success. So I think that's my biggest thing, like with my analytical mind kind of getting in the way sometimes. Like, okay, you know, can I take this risk? Is this risk worth taking? But obviously the answer is yes, because it really fulfills me. The experience really fulfills me, you know?
Absolutely. Wow. So thank you for sharing that. In business as entrepreneurs, we are always calculating and managing risks. And it's like, okay, if I'll make this investment, what has to be true in order for me to feel like it's a good investment? If I make this investment, what would I have to materially have in my hand in order to feel like this was worth it? If I make this investment, what would have to be true for me in my personal life for me to feel like this investment was worth it? 100% can totally relate, right? So, managing risk, one thing I want to do real quick is to open up a very, very new way of thinking in reference to what failure is and what success is. So, oftentimes we have okay, if I try it, I gotta fail in order for me to have success, or failure. In fact, we put failure like on this pedestal, like, oh, I want, like it's a disease, like, ew, like failure, ew, right? We think failure in a way of, oh, it's inevitable, or I might catch it, or oh gosh. When the truth is, if you invest in something or if you try something, you are 10 times out of 10 going to learn something new. That something new may be what does not work. That something new may be what does work, a new way of looking at the way it could work, discovering a new thing you can leverage so that way it could work. You're always going to gain when you try something new or you invest. You're 100% always going to gain. Take it from someone who has invested over $100,000 between personal development and business. So you're always going to gain. And when you look at it that way and you put the glasses and the lens on as, okay, I am a savvy investor and entrepreneur. And I know in entrepreneurship, it's going to require me furthering my education, me sharpening my craft, right? Me networking, me getting coached on my own mindset, right? It's going to take a lot of inputs. Okay, if we agree to that and if we marry that truth, we can move into the risks with more clairvoyance and also with more grace as well to say. There's been times where I've made investments and I was like, huh? What? Okay. But I now have the wit and the audacity to charge high ticket prices for my phenomenal value that I offer because I made investments and there was an energetic exchange. So when investing in something high ticket, know that, okay, if I pay this, no matter if it's to a business, to an entrepreneur, to someone else, this is me showcasing to myself, I am worthy of large transactions. Okay, giving and receiving. Okay, I am worthy of large transactions, giving and receiving. I am worthy of large transactions, giving and receiving. Yes, exactly. So that's something that can help you with just the mindset of, okay, where my money going, where my money going, where my money going. I gotta see it the next day if I invest it right now. And if I invest $10 right now, I gotta see $20 tomorrow. Hurry, 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 hurry. It takes it from being so, and I've been there. I've been there, right? It takes it from being so anxious to like, okay, this is a money game. I'm worthy of big transactions, giving and receiving. All right, and this is how we're gonna play this. I'm gonna get very, very, I'm gonna have I'm gonna do a lot of diligence. I'm going to be very clear about what the actual end result is. And for an example, you are a beautician, you have products that you need to have in order to provide the service, right? Right? These products, just like you were telling me earlier, these products are they gonna be used now or they're gonna be used later? They're gonna be used though. They're gonna be used now, later, or even sold. Or somewhere on Amazon. Okay. So just having that energy around it detaches you from this has to work. I have to get these amount of clients. This has to do this. It has to do that. The moment business and your calling and your purpose and your craft becomes a has to, we got to stop at the table, have a seat, rethink things. Because life is not a have to. Life is a get to. Life is an enjoyment. Life is enthusiastic. The moment business starts to feel dry or you're not as enthusiastic, let's sit down to the dinner table. Let's see why. So that's the first point I would say. Second point, I would say failing. Okay. Failing is collecting more data. A lot of people who are right now, a lot of us are in the dating pool and we're like, oh, get on a date, this has to work. And if it don't, the date failed. No, you collected more data. So I want you to go from thinking failure to collected more data. The data could be what not to do, what to do, how this person delivered it, and they should have delivered it. So I'm gonna deliver it better for my clients in the future. Whatever the case may be, you collected data. And failure, again, failure is this monster that we this monster in the closet that sometimes we run and we're scared of and we're okay, I have to fail. What does fail mean? You attempted to do something or you did something because it's not even no attempt at that moment. We don't try to breathe. We breathe. We don't try to walk or attempt to walk. We walk. We don't even try to do our makeup. We just beat that thing down, right? So we don't we don't have to think or try to do anything. We do it. And after we do it, we have more data. And that's how I want you to think. I want you to think in the same way. And then success. Redefining success. Because the truth is, if you look up the definition of success, one of the definition is success is the moment you start moving towards a worthwhile and worthy goal. What? I thought success was a G-Wagon. I thought success was $1 million. I thought success was a happy marriage with three kids in a picket fence in the suburbs. I thought success was being a mother and being burned out. I thought success was making it up to the top of the chain inside of corporate. I thought success was being a singer and being as popular as Beyonce. I thought success was this. We all have our definitions of what we think success is. So redefine what success is for you and know that your success may look different from someone else's success. Success for you may be a regulated nervous system, a lot of love around you, money flowing so abundantly that bills don't bother you. Okay. What does success look and feel like for you? You can get up and you can dance. You're not racing against the clock. Okay. What does that even mean to you? So redefine success. So let's actually do that. Let's redefine success. And I'm going to go on mute and I want to hear what does success look like for G?
Oh, that was so decadent. Thank you so much. It was very, very much what I needed. Yes, so rich. Okay. So, what does success look like for G? Oh, this is great. Honestly, success for me in my life right now looks like me not having to do that hustle and bustle, like you said. I'm a very feminine woman, and I have really cultivated this energy of feminine values around me. And so when I am actually like, I guess pushed out of my comfort zone in a way of like, you know, hustle,
Yeah.
it kind of like, sometimes it's a little bit like, it's just a little bit like, I don't know, it just feels uncomfortable, which is not bad, right? Because sometimes you do need to be uncomfortable to grow. But
Well, let me say this. I do want to say this. So
uh-huh.
I understand what you mean about comfort. And here
Yeah.
is, again, a perspective I want to give you because a lot of that concept, you got to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. To me, that's very hyper masculine. Why would I urge if the body, the mind, the soul naturally leans inward toward safety and comfort? How does that make sense for me to have to or even want to get uncomfortable in order to be comfortable? That's not even in order. That doesn't even make sense. If I'm uncomfortable, I want to get comfortable as soon as possible. What are you talking about? So what I would advise is for you to understand what it is that is your comfort zone. And if something is not in your comfort zone, identify what that is and then make it comfortable to you. For an example, a lot of people's comfort zone is speaking to the camera, being on camera. They have to create content though because they have a business that requires them to create content. You don't have to get out of your comfort zone if your comfort zone is safety and security and feeling confident. Oftentimes people have the fear of public speaking because they feel like they're going to be judged. Your comfort zone is feeling confident. So, of course, you don't want to get out of your comfort zone to get judged so that way you don't feel confident anymore. Now, here is how we win. We win by not running away from that and saying, "Oh, that I'm got to get out of my comfort zone." Your brain's going to reject the crap out of that. That's where anxiety and things well up. What you do is you want to say, "Okay, if my comfort zone is confidence, how do I inject confidence in me while speaking? What within me speaking is going to make me feel confident? Is it more so I am more poetic and I don't want to read a script? Is it more so I like small reminders that pop into my mind to help me stay on track? Is it that I don't need to make eye contact with every single person? I just need to focus on my message. What is it that's going to keep me in my comfort zone, not take me out? So that's just a feminine perspective of the comfort zone.
Yes, I really did. Okay. I really resonate with that. You know, maybe an uncomfortable situation or whatever, right? Or unfamiliar, let's say
I'm
unfamiliar
familiar.
situation, making it cozy and comfortable for you, using that feminine influence, using your feminine values, right? Because that's what success looks like for me to be a feminine woman, no matter what my life circumstances are. That's what success looks like for me. It's very imperative that I stay in a very feminine energy, and the next part of success for me would look like obviously prosperity and abundance, you know, and experiencing that in a way that enriches myself and others around me, like my loved ones, people that I care about. Um, and then definitely success for me just looks like being happy doing what I do on a daily basis, as far as work, as far as when I'm at home, feeling fulfilled, feeling, you know, good about what I'm doing on a daily basis. That is what success is for me.
Beautiful. And my question for you is prosperity and abundance. How do you know you have prosperity and abundance? Like, what is true in your world? Like, how do you know that you have it when you have it?
I would say emotionally, I feel cozy. I feel taken care of emotionally. Physically, I feel like all of my needs are being met. And when I'm able to pay bills, when I'm able to shop, do a little bit of retail therapy, that is prosperity and abundance to me. And and then like, is there another part to that? I think
So prosperity and then abundance. So I mean, if that's what it means for you, it's like, okay, having the ease of knowing the predictability of what life is going to look like for you, right? And
yes.
then that's financially, that's business, that's expenses, that's cozy, that's feeling comfortable, as you mentioned, that's feeling comfortable. And so, okay, all right. So now in that process, I want you to actually close your eyes because we're going to demythify this thing called failure. In that process of you acquiring this cozy lifestyle, are you willing to experience the different things that you need to in order to identify the perfect fit for prosperity, for abundance, for this peace, for this comfort? Are you willing to you know this beautiful home, right, that you see yourself in the comfort? Are you willing to go to the store and buy a sheet set or a comforter set, and then you get home and the comforter set didn't really fit the way you thought it would? Are you okay with going back to the store and saying, "Hey, this doesn't fit the way I thought. I thought I wanted this look, but it's not really giving the vibe I'm going for." Are you okay with taking it back to the store? Okay.
I'm okay
You're
with
okay with
that.
taking it back to the store. Okay. Let's say you take it back to the store. And again, you're in your dream home. Taking it back to the store. Let's say, "Oh, well, we don't do refunds." Are you okay? Are you like, does that ruin your life? Okay. Okay. So you like, okay, you don't do refunds. Okay. Well, I mean, I can exchange it though for the one that I really like. "Oh, well, we don't do exchanges. We don't do exchanges either." Are is your life over at that point? What I'm illustrating is, if you are willing to do what's necessary in order to be in your comfort zone, fear of failure shouldn't really matter. In fact, you wouldn't look at it as failure. You would look at it, this is the activity that is necessary in order for me to get to the success, in order for me to get to the comfort. This is the activity that is necessary in order for me to get to this place where I feel soft consistently without interruption. Go ahead.
I definitely that that makes so much sense because actually last year when I had just up and went to Florida, I was invited to a shapewear campaign. And, they were like, "Oh, just come and da da da." And I was like, "Oh, I have a few extra dollars. Let me just get up and go." And so I did. And I was in a little jacuzzi by myself, and I was talking to God, and I said, "God, if my life could be something like this,
Hmm.
on a more regular basis,
Hmm.
and I could experience this more, like I'm
Hmm.
like literally willing to do whatever. I'm
Mm.
I'm willing to go. I'm willing to do whatever." That's the conversation I have with myself. I was by myself in the jacuzzi, in the little, okay, right? I said, "Oh my God, this just feels so good." I was by myself in Florida, Orlando, just doing my own thing, for a couple days. And I did a campaign shoot that I like. It felt so good to me. And
Mhm.
oh my God, then my life honestly just went sideways
Mhm.
literally after that month, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, and I'm reflecting on this right now. Like, what if the way, you know, to that conversation that I had, what was that last? I think that was actually last February. I went in February, and oh my God, my life has so God has really been doing his big one, really getting me aligned to where I really need to be,
Mhm.
and where I see myself, where actually I belong. So
Mhm.
it's just so funny that you just said that, because that is the string the string of thoughts that just opened up as you said that. I was saying, "Oh my God, yes, I have it all within me. I'm very hardworking. I have a great work ethic, and I'm loyal. I'm dedicated. I can get all of these things done, you
Yeah.
know. And so, oh my God, it's crazy. It's so crazy how how mysterious. Goddess, having
Mhm.
work sometimes, have mercies. Wow.
Life is cyclical. So everything is a circle. It's like full circle moment. Oh my God, full circle. Oh my God. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
life. Even if something may connect for you today that started when you were 5, an ideal, a concept, something. Like life is so full circle all the time. So
Yes.
that's something we can celebrate. Because when you have these
Yeah.
moments, have these epiphanies, they're inspiring. They make you want to just bathe in transformation and be willing. You
Yeah.
mentioned something. You said in that experience, I was so willing to do whatever it took. So on the last Goddessy coaching, I told you more experiences that are going to inspire you. Oftentimes, we're not undermotivated. We just need more experiences that inspires us. When women come to the retreat experience, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this big old home and this mansion and oh my God, the people are so kind in this country and food is not GMO, it's actually real, it got seasoned and oh my gosh, I don't have to look at the watermelon and see if I can count the seeds. Oh my God." That makes you want to do with whatever it takes in order to live that quality of life. So if you give yourself more experiences that inspire you to take the aligned action, you won't really need to get motivated. That alone is enough. So cultivating and immersing yourself, signing up and saying, hey, let me give myself more experiences that remind me, oh my God, I am inspired. Oh my gosh, I am willing to take action. Like you said, you're a Virgo. It's nothing for you to take action. You're very dedicated, hardworking, consistent, right? It's just about being in the right emotional space to be able to take the action. And it's up to you to, okay, let me give myself these experiences. Let me insert myself here. I know this is, oh gosh, for an example, today I'm going to do some stretch therapy. Okay, I have a pretty busy day, but I injected that in my Friday specifically. Number one is Venus Friday, and we're gonna always celebrate her. Hello, come on. And then number two, I know that stretching inspires me to stay more activated and more active and more physical and working out and going to the gym. Yes, giving yourself more experiences that are going to inspire you to take that aligned action. So you said that number one. Number two, you gave yourself the yes. I am willing to do whatever it takes because you felt so good in that moment. We don't do life, we feel life. So giving yourself more of those experiences are going to give yourself more of those feelings. Uh-huh. And then last but not least, number three, when you left, after setting the intention, disruption followed. So I want you to understand disruption follows intention. So when you set an intention, do not be surprised when all hell breaks loose. Because this is like when you're not doing anything, drifty, idle, not engaged, not in your purpose, nothing's happening to you. When you make an intention, you set an intention and you say, you know what, this is what's good moving forward. It's almost like the whole world hears it. In addition to adversity hear it, your exes hear it. Come on, you know, emotional triggers hear it, insecurities hear it. And now everybody's just like attacking. Does it feel like that?
That was exactly it. That was exactly it. Last February, I said, oh my God, would you look at this?" But you know, I'm grateful because God has really kept me in direct.
In closing, I want to say this.
Mhm.
As I mentioned, when you set intention, disruption follows. So here's the beautiful thing about that. It's not to run, it's to hide, and to never set intentions because you are too afraid of what's going to happen. It's to know, I'm 10 steps ahead because I know when I set an intention and I set this boundary and I do this thing and I make this goal, I know there is potential that adversity can come just to double check and to chin check me to see if I meant what I said and if I'm
If
going to stand 10 toes down on what
oh,
I said. That's all.
yep,
It's just chin checking me. It's just checking with, hey, it's actually helping me. right? This is
Yeah.
comfort, it's helping me, right? So understanding that, okay, when I set this intention, when you buy that kit, right? When you
Hmm.
invest into that course, when you do whatever it is that's putting you to the next level, next step to get back to that space where you feel that comfort, that serene, that prosperity, just
Yeah.
know you're 10 steps ahead. So when you're 10 steps ahead, you don't flinch, you don't get frantic, and you don't panic.
Period. No.
So
Mm-mm.
moving forward, I want to know for you, now that you have redefined what success is to you and what success actually means to you, and we understand what failure is usually masked and identified as just simply adversity, just checking to see if you said what you meant you said, even if you have to go back to the store and exchange the pillowcase and they said it's no returns, that doesn't mean your life is over. That doesn't mean you stop creating content. That doesn't mean you stop investing in yourself. It means, okay, I have more data. I know what I don't want. Let me keep moving forward because you, as you mentioned, when you are in that experience and you in that plush environment and you are in that on that island, twirling that hips, drinking that coconut water,
Oh,
you
oh.
you are willing to do whatever it takes, as you said. So with
Yes.
that energy and with that knowing, how will you now move through life after setting intention?
I'm moving through life knowing, okay, this is going to shake some things up because I am powerful. And honey, I'm 10 steps ahead. I got this, that, and third. Oh, I got, oh, first of all, okay, because I'm very spiritual, right? So in the spiritual streets, kind of like preparing, not kind of, but preparing myself for, you know, these these potentials. Yes, because everything is spiritual first, honey. And I do believe that people can see you before you can see you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, oh my God, when you're finally able to see yourself, when you're finally able to self realize, just know there is some, it is going to go down. That's right.
And how does that make you feel? Do you feel scared? Do you feel anxious? How does that make you feel? Or do you feel confident, prepared, precise, prestigious? Like, tell me, how do you feel? How does that make you feel?
Lately in my thoughts, right, mentally, it has been making me feel a bit anxious, right? And emotionally, I was feeling a bit fearful, right? But then I think about it spiritually with this spiritual perspective, right? That we just put on it. And I definitely feel confident. I feel excited. I feel like it's pulling me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, it's happening. But it's so beautiful because I know, you know, what I want everything to look like. And so knowing that I have this power within me, I'm able to like entertain this, entertain have more curiosity towards, you know, these intentions that I've been setting and the results of it, you know?
What's in
Wow.
store for you? What's in store for you?
I feel a lot of like what we talked about, like, me just being able to get up and go and just travel for a couple days if I feel like I want to go here and I want to, go to one of Kamisha's Coach Nubia's retreats, honey. Even if I just want to go and chill out with her and we work on something together in person, just anything, another shapewear campaign, another maybe a beauty campaign I get invited out to, it's just it's unlimited actually. Anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing. So let's give it up for you. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh my gosh, such an incredible session. You were doing amazing. Tell me, what was your maybe your biggest takeaway from today? I know we talked about a lot.
Talked about a lot. Ooh, my biggest takeaway is really using my feminine, just my feminine powers, really using those more, but also more importantly, trusting and knowing in those things. 'Cause that has got me to where I am today, not, the masculine stuff that I don't understand. The feminine things like my communication, my influence, my my values of, you know, being comfy, staying comfortable, but also being expansive, just going out on a whim sometimes, taking that risk. That is where the magic is. That is where it happens. Like my heart's desires, they happen. That's where it happens at. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And so this, in many areas, I can see this like opening up, my business, as far as me traveling and not being afraid, because I honestly, I was a little, now I have been doing a lot of self reflection. I'm like, oh, maybe that's not the best idea. But no, it is the best idea for me. That's what I like. That's what fulfills me.
Absolutely. You have to think about it like this too. Living life as if you are already in your dream. Because quite frankly, the only separation between you and the dream life that you actually want to live is just time. So collapse in time means to have the nervous system of the woman who lives like that in abundance and prosperity, who gets up and travel, who when the sun comes up, you're greeting the sun with a lot of love and not anxiousness about what the day is going to bring, right? And so that's absolutely beautiful. And giving yourself those experiences, knowing that, you know what? Life is my elementary school teacher told me this a very long time ago. He's like, Amisha, life is nothing but compiled moments. So if you want a better life, just create better moments. Like, oh my God, how simple, but how profound. Because so often we are trying to do all of these things to make life this one linear way to have success, again, painted the masculine way, to only get to a point where we accumulate things but never have the quality of emotional freedom that we want, of emotional expression that we really want to, express, of the genius brain that needs to be expanded along the way. All of this comes in time through the journey with character development. And this is the reason why the feminine journey is designed for a woman. This is the inward journey. This is the development journey. This is the alchemy journey. Uh-huh. So great job. I'm excited. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna wrap it up right here. This has been another episode of Goddessy Coaching. I mean, go ahead on in. Big G up in the comment section. Let her know how she's doing. You all have been seeing this evolution and this growth. I mean, sis is right here in Dubai, right? Right? We're in Dubai. Okay, so we're in the Middle East. Where it's safe, secure, plush, opulent. And so, G, I just want to let you know that you are absolutely beautiful. When I see you, I see the inside of you, and it radiates very well. You are growing in peak state, and I absolutely love that. I got a thing for on-site transformation. You're a wonderful lover, mother, beautician, okay, tech genius, G, the beauty genius. You're all that in a bag of chips and a bowl of grits. And so when you walk with that energy, the whole world responds just by who you are and not what you do. So keep going. I love you and I'm proud of you.
I love you, Kanisha, and this is my absolute pleasure and privilege. I'm so grateful. So thank you. I'm probably gonna cry after this. Tears of joy.
More great moments.
More great moments.
When you have
Yeah.
more tears of joy, you start to associate crying with happiness, honey. You can
Yeah.
flip the script on how you've been living life with you making more good moments. Let's balance out. Let's balance out the trauma with more good moments. Let's balance out the fatigueness with more energy. Let's balance this thing here out.
Yes, 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 ma'am. That's
Much
what time.
love. Yes, much love. And I'll be seeing you all on the next episode. Have a blessed day. And as my mother always say, be good to yourself. All right.
Okay.
Next time.